This time on N-Scale Trains with Chris, I installed some fascia board, which warped, so I removed and replaced it, and I did some updates and changes to the lift out. Let's get started. Now that the main line is installed, I'd like to start wiring and get some trains running, so I need to put control panels and things on the front there. And so I'm working on some fascia board like this here, which some pieces are from my old layout, and I bought some new ones, and I've cut them all to 6 inches deep. And I'll be fastening them to the front of the layout all the way around on the inside, plus on the front edge of the layout as well. So after I got all the pieces cut to length, I decided to spray paint them with this Rust-Oleum satin black. And so here they are all painted and drying. I didn't show you the painting because I'm a terrible painter, and the only thing you'd learn from me is how not to do it. And it turns out this wasn't a good idea anyway. One of the little issues I had to work on were these pieces here, because they hold the lift out in place, but I need to surround them with fascia board, top and bottom. So what I did is I kind of traced around them and just cut these notches out like so, and they kind of fit. So now that the fascia boards of my terrible paint job have all dried, I need to fasten them to the front of the layout. So what I did is I bought some round head screws like this from Canadian Tire, and that's what I'm using to fasten them. One little issue I discovered is on one piece of foam, it sticks out a little bit past the edge of the table, all along this area here. And so the problem is with this overhang, it's going to create an issue once I put the fascia board on. And because then it won't sit flush with the edge of the table and you'll have a gap. So I have to shave that. I'm going to use this utility knife here just to shave this all off flush. I got it shaved. It looks a little rough here, but the fascia will cover that up. But I had to do quite a bit more than I thought, all the way down to here, but should fit a whole lot better now. I got all the fascia installed, and I'm gotta say I'm not happy with it. The paint, I think the paint caused it to warp. Some of the paint turned out really awful, like there. And I even put all these extra screws in, and it's still warped. It's warped there, and it's warped there. And to be honest with you, I really don't like the look. I shouldn't have gone with a shiny black. In addition, I'm still having issues with the lift out. It still binds and sticks, and the phone lifts up if I try to move it. So I'm kind of frustrated with the whole layout at this point, and I think I need to walk away and take a pause. So I was pretty discouraged the other day about the fascia, the way it turned out there. It was just kind of really disappointing and discouraging. And it's no better, obviously, right now. So I still haven't fully decided what I'm going to do about all of this. I don't care for the looks of it. But really, the other issue that's been bugging me is the lift out. So this room has a heat pump, so it is heated and cooled, but there seems to be some humidity changes in here. And I was having ongoing issues with binding at the sides and the foam lifting. So what I thought I'm going to try is I'm just going to take this and set up my chop saw and just run the blade kind of across one of the ends. You know, maybe just take like a saw blade worth, a 1/16 of an inch off, and just see how that works. I ran the lift out through the saw just at the end to cut about a saw blade worth, and now it pops in and out of place with no binding. I took the foam off just to make it easier to work with. Now I need to find one big piece of foam to cover the whole thing. Here's the new piece of foam installed on the lift out. It works wonderful, and I hope it will continue to work out. So problem solved for now. As far as the fascia goes, except for my pieces like that, which turned out okay because the paint didn't work on it, but I'm replacing the rest. I don't like it. It's ugly, and even the short pieces like this one over here warped. So it's all gonna go, and I'm taking it all off. I talked it over with the love of my life, and she's agreed to paint it with some nice flat house paint because she's a much better painter than I am. So that's what we're working on next. Today I'm replacing all of this with the new hardboard, which I've bought right there. And I'll be cutting that up to put on. The old fascia has been removed. You see I left a couple pieces over there, which I'm planning to reuse. But there it is. We're back to naked bench work again. And just to prove it all, I'll even show you the outside. So here's the end of this table. Fascia gone. And here's the end on the other side. So now it's time to cut the new pieces and install them. New fascia's mostly been cut and installed, but then I had to do these with these wooden pieces that hold the lift out in. Here I had to cut these notches out. Last time I just sort of traced around it and did whatever. This time I actually measured and tried to do a better job. So you can see that one fits pretty snugly around that wooden piece. And then there's another one over here. Then there's another one over here. And of course the final one over here. And I just have to finish screwing it all in. The new fascia is installed. Had to use way less screws because there's no warping this time. And so there's the front edge of the layout there as we look along here. And there's the notched piece that I spoke about before. And here's the other notched one with the other front edge. And just walking through where the lift out would normally be. That edge is all done with the notch there, of course. And then along here and along the back wall. And the other side where the paper mill is going to be. And there are some pieces which I managed to salvage and reuse. And there you have it, all done and installed. I almost forgot I made sides for the lift out, smaller ones. But there's that side done. And here's the outside edge, all done. And that's where I'm going to leave it for this video. See you next time.